MasterChef is back, and the competition gets tougher.
We're looking for that amateur who can make it to the top as a professional chef. Someone who can handle the pressure and still turn out great food.
You're looking now at the next MasterChef.
2 expert judges to decide who wins.
There's only 1 in 1,000 who's got what it takes.
I want to win this. I want to see it all the way through.
The prize, to work in a top restaurant.
Cooking does not get tougher than this. Whoever wins this, it's going to change their life.
I want to get through into that final.
MasterChef is going large. This week's heats have produced 4 exceptional cooks.
The person going through to the quarterfinals is Paul. Peter.
Oh, thank you.
Gillian.
It's Gareth.
But only one of them will make it through today's quarter-final.
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say.
They have to produce an exceptional 3-course meal that they've designed themselves.
I've never eaten a garlic soup with scallops before, and I think it's a joy.
They also have to show the judges that they have a good ingredient knowledge.
Red wine vinegar.
Straight away I was thinking it was balsamic, but I'm not exactly sure.
And they have to prove that they have a passion for food with a genuine commitment to changing their lives if they win.
I've got a taste for it, I've got the desire for it. I am MasterChef 2006.
The day starts early with all 4 contestants shopping for the ingredients for the afternoon cook-off.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, hello there.
I'd like to buy some wild mushrooms.
Have some fillet steak, please.
Fillet of beef.
Gorgeous. Perfect.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Their fate will be decided by the experts. Fruit and veg maestro Greg Wallace
Passion, drive, stamina. Unless they've got that by the bucketful, they won't survive.
and top chef and restaurateur John Terode.
This is massive. This puts you up there with the best of the best.
So who out of the 4 quarter-finalists will have what it takes to stay in the race?
That's gorgeous.
Only one of them can win.
We've had 4 heats, we've got 4 quarter-finalists, and today they're going to cook for us, and only one person is going to go through the next round. The winner from each day, cooking off against each other. The ante goes flying up in the air.
First up is funky fusion cook Paul.
What impressed us the most about Paul is he stood there and made some mayonnaise from scratch. He had a jar of mayonnaise in front of him, but he made himself some mayonnaise, which was brilliant.
In his heat, Paul amazed the judges with a banana and pork curry.
I think you might be on the verge, if we let you through, of maybe creating some sort of urban chic food here that's not been seen before.
I see Paul with this funky style that's completely different and sets him apart.
This is the quarterfinals, there's so much at stake. I really, really want to get through into that final.
Or could it be advertising hotshot Peter?
I think there's a man who's skilled. I like him a lot.
Peter's an experienced cook, but in his heat the judges said he played it safe.
That dish is well cooked. I just thought you were going to take it right up to another level.
If I'm given another chance, then I go far more complex.
Today he'll have to cook something really special.
I think this time he's going to pull out the stops. I think he's going to work really, really hard.
If the judges decide that I am the one go on to the semi-final, that will determine that you're looking now at the next MasterChef.
Gillian is a foodie perfectionist.
You know, she's a driven girl, strong contender. She made that beautiful pudding with the chocolate and the cherries.
That is really, really nice. And it looks fantastic.
Good technician. Yes. Obviously a good technician.
Will Gillian's determination and technical ability be enough to get her through?
I so want to win. I absolutely want to win. Not even just get through the quarterfinals, not even get into semi-finals. I want to win this. I want to see it all the way through.
Finally, there's ex-PR man Gareth.
Gareth did the lovely braised chicken with the cheese in the middle of it.
Beautiful sauce. Beautiful, beautiful sauce.
He used dolciolata in the chicken, dolciolata in the sauce.
Yes.
And I remember thinking, ah! And I tasted it and it was absolutely great.
His ability to combine strong flavours saw him win his heat. Can his risk-taking be the key to a future in food?
I really want to do this, and whether it's through this or I'm going to be a chef.
See, this is where the pressure gets fantastic for me. They're going to show us what they're really about, and only one person's going to go through. We're in for a real gastronomic treat.
grab some quick time. Yeah.
At 10 o'clock, the contestants make their way back to MasterChef HQ to be tested on their knowledge and on their commitment. After this, one of them will be sent home before the final cook-off. The first task is to see if they have the advanced food knowledge expected of a MasterChef.
See, some people consider this test to be very, very simple. Ingredient recognition test. But actually, it's not that simple. But it does tell us whether these guys own a proper butchers and they own a proper grocers and they buy good food. Because, as you know, what you start with determines what you end up with. You've got an interesting pile of stuff there, Greg.
Well, I really, really adore offal. These were necessities to our ancestors, and they're normally the cheapest cuts of meat, and I think some of the tastiest. Lungs is the most difficult one. Now, they've got to think to themselves, they know it's offal, what is going to be this big on a pig? Lungs. Hello, Paul. This is a case of product identification. What's this?
I think that is actually the lung.
That's the lungs.
Lung?
Good.
Heart.
Gareth slips up on his food knowledge. Can he make up for it in the next task, the passion test? Each contestant has just 1 minute to convince the judges why they should become MasterChef.
I should be alright doing speeches because I've worked in PR for a while, but I've never really had to PR myself. I have the burning desire to win this more than I've ever had anything. And although I keep downplaying it, saying I don't mind going out, I would be gutted. The passion I have, I've got a really desire to be one of the best chefs in the world. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. Pure and simple, I've had a taste of this so far. I love it. Love you guys, love everything about it, and I just want more and more and more.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
No problem.
I've got a little bit of a surprise as well. This is not easy, I don't think. And what we've got vinegars. This is young balsamic, 6 months, not very thick at all, very, very thin, and quite sharp still, not sweet.
That's red wine vinegar.
This one I believe malt, but I'm not exactly sure.
That's malt vinegar.
An unaged balsamic.
Gillian is a great technician who knows her ingredients. Does she also have the passion the judges are looking for?
All I can do is speak from the heart. I don't need to, try and structure some sort of script. I'm just going to speak from what I know and what I feel. All I can do is hopefully my passion for doing this is going to come across. What I've learned the last 2 weeks has just been compared to what I've learned previously, and to be able to go through to the end has just been the most fantastic opportunity for me, just to get that absolute learning. And I can do it because I'm strong, I've got the palate for it, I've got the taste for it, I've got the desire for it. I am MasterChef 2006, I am that person.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Okay.
This is a difficult one to identify. This is its throat, but what should give it away here is this tongue. Now boil that, slice it, some gherkins.
What's that bit there? That would be the start of the tongue, or the back end of the tongue.
Tongue.
The end of the tongue there, the tongue should be somewhere else?
Well, it's the esophagus, it's the tubes down which the food goes. That's the tongue.
Peter's ingredient knowledge is exceptional, but can this advertising exec now pitch for a career as a chef?
I'm not advertising a product now, I'm advertising myself. That's a different kettle of fish altogether.
Guys, I'm 60 years old next year. I've spent 40 years working my socks off in the advertising industry, and for the last few years I've hated every minute of it. I've had a passion for cooking since I was that big. It's the thing I've always loved doing, and I see this as a possibility to provide me with an alternative way of earning a living for the rest of my days.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you, Peter. And over here, we have kidneys. Chop that up, in with a steak pie. Very, very good indeed. What's that then?
Those are kidneys.
I've already said kidney, haven't I?
Kidney?
Very good.
I think this is a liver and this is a...
No, they're both the same.
Oh, they're both the same.
Paul is a creative cook, but has poor ingredient knowledge. Can he make up for this by proving his passion for a career in food?
Cooking is in my heart. It's something that I've always been passionate about. I'm 30 years old now. If I had the opportunity to go back to chef school, I would. I've just got to put everything I've got into this, really make sure I get one of those places on the semi-final and get myself into that final. 110% right now. I'm going for it. I want you two to be able to look at each other in 6 months or a year's time and say, we made that guy into a master chef. The only way I'm going to get through is to impress you two. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm going to impress you both.
Thank you. Very much.
OK.
Thank you, mate.
No worries.
The tests are over. Now the judges must decide who is going home.
We've got to remember that the decision here is not just based upon what's happening this morning, but of course on what they've all done up until now. And there's 4 strong contenders there.
Paul is a great young cook, and he's got a fantastic attitude towards food, and he's inventive, and he's making his own style.
It's their decision. Only time will tell, you know. But I'm anxious now, really anxious.
He's cooked good food all along, he's impressed me with his attitude all along, and seeing him on that sofa, I thought the lad was going to burst into tears. He really, really wants this.
And see, that's why I like Peter so much. Peter's got experience, he's got knowledge, he really wants to do it. He wants to change his life. And at his age, that's fantastic.
I said everything I wanted to say in about 20 seconds. There's no point staying any longer. If it wasn't, if the message didn't come across in 20 seconds, it wouldn't have come across in an hour.
The ability to be able to change your life at that age and change your career and make some money out of food, good on him. And so he should go through. And he's a really good cook.
Oh, not half.
Good. Peter and Paul in.
Peter and Paul are staying.
That means we've got 2 contenders to be knocked out. We've got Gillian and we've got Gareth.
I do think Gareth lives for his food. I think that boy thinks, eats, walks, sleeps and drinks food day in, day out.
I just wanted to get across the fact I'm passionate, the fact that my old life was depressing me, I hated it, and the realisation that I wanted to be a chef was the biggest beacon of light I've ever had.
There's no doubt about it. Gareth can cook. Absolutely, he can cook really, really well. It's just whether he's up to the standard that we really want. And it really is a tough field.
Gillian's brighter, probably more industrious.
Her time in the restaurant, she was strong. She was really strong in the restaurant.
Just concentrated on the key facts and put those across, but there was loads more I could have said. Preparing it and writing it out in advance wouldn't have helped me any. You just have to get up there and do it.
What about going forward? If we're going to take Gillian forward or take Gareth forward, I mean, really, that's what it's down to, isn't it? We're going to be proud to put our name on which one? OK. You guys have all been in this situation before. It's tough. It's not very nice. But we are looking for MasterChef.
We have to lose one of you. Gareth. Sorry, mate. Thank you, Gareth. Best of luck, mate. Best of luck.
I've loved the whole experience. It's given me the belief and the knowledge and just the even more desire to become a chef.
It gets tougher and tougher with every step, doesn't it?
3 courses, your own food, hour and 20 minutes.
Cook your way into that semi-final. Off you go.
The 3 remaining contestants now face their most advanced cooking challenge yet. They have 1 hour and 20 minutes to produce a 3-course meal that they have designed themselves.
This is a tough competition because we're looking for MasterChef. There has to be great delivery today.
The standards expected at this stage are at a much higher level. Only one of them can make it into the semi-finals. Peter has vast amounts of food knowledge, but has a tendency to play it safe. Today he'll have to take risks in order to produce a menu that's really special.
Today I have to seriously raise my game, but I think I can do it. In fact, I'm confident I can. OK, what we're going to have here is a quickly pan-seared fillet fresh mackerel, and that's going to be served with a little spoonful of onion marmalade. That's the first course. The main course is roast grouse, very traditional, stuffed with a mushroom, a little butter and some thyme. The sweet course is soft chocolate pudding and green gage compote.
You know the girl behind you?
Yes.
Do you know what she made for us in the last round?
No. Soft chocolate pudding.
So there we go. We've got a benchmark.
There you go.
Will Peter's menu of mackerel and marmalade, roasted grouse, and gooey chocolate pudding with plum compote be exciting enough?
Peter has played it safe, which is a bit of a shame. I think it is quite safe. Mackerel, onion, marmalade sounds all right. The grouse, classically done. I like classics like that, as long as they're done classically.
45 minutes left.
Gillian has shown technical ability. Now she wants to showcase her inventiveness by producing an unusual but challenging menu.
I just so want to get past this point today and move forward. Absolutely, I want to win.
Now, garlic soup
Yep.
with raw scallop, that's nice. Whereabouts is the scallop going compared to the soup?
The scallop is going to be piled just in the centre in a wee pyramid.
How long are you going to cook the grouse for?
I'll probably give it 25.
Tell me about the cauliflower puree you're making.
I'm not making cauliflower puree anymore. I, at last minute, swapped it to bread sauce because it goes much better with it.
What are you doing with it?
Bread sauce.
Bread sauce.
The texture of bread sauce is much hardier.
It's also very classic. I'm really, really looking forward to your starter. All right.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Is Gillian's menu ambitious enough?
It's quite classical. Garlic soup, scallop tartare, grouse, bread sauce, purees. I think, conceptually, a very, very good menu, but I think it's very, very complicated. If she gets it right, that's delish.
You've got half an hour.
In the last round, Paul amazed the judges with his ability to make cross-cultural food. Now he wants to wow them with more classic creations.
By no means have I come into this competition thinking that I know everything about cooking, but there will only be one MasterChef who will be the winner. I believe I have the potential to be that winner.
Hey there, Paul.
Very well, thank you.
What are you cooking for us?
Today I'm going to be doing aubergine and roast garlic towel for starters. That's going to have some pine nuts in there, basil, mozzarella, a few classic ingredients just to tie everything together.
Classically Mediterranean ingredients.
You know, you was wondering if I was a one-trick pony, if I was going to kind of come out with a fusion. I kind of wanted to, you know, show you a couple more of those, but I think, you know, try and impress you with a bit of classic cooking today.
You were so unusual with your cooking style before.
Yeah.
That I did think you were going to carry on with that vein, but you're eager to show us another style of cooking.
A really difficult choice for me. I mean, it's one of the most difficult things actually choosing what to cook today.
Paul's main is steak with mushroom sauce and creamy roasted potatoes. For his dessert, he's making a fig tart. Will this return to classic cuisine pay off?
He says he's cooking classically, actually he's not. A stack of Mediterranean vegetables is so dull. He's doing in this round what Peter did in the last round, and that is hindering his adventurers.
Time is running out. Soon their dishes will be judged by the professionals.
You have 5 minutes.
But at the last minute, Peter decides not to serve his red wine sauce.
That's it. That is it, guys. Finish.
Everything now rides on their 3 courses. Only one of them can become a semi-finalist. For her starter, Gillian has made a garlic soup with chopped scallops.
Nice looking soup, good texture. Interesting with these scallops and the Melba toast. That's interesting. I'll give it a go. Well, I've got to say, I think it's a good bowl of soup, well seasoned, interesting, and not something I thought would work very well, but it does.
I thought it was a really good looking bowl of soup. I love the way it looked. It's really rich and sticky.
I've never eaten a garlic soup with scallops before, and I think it's a joy, and thank you very, very much indeed.
Gillian's unusual soup has impressed John. What will they make of her roasted grouse on a mushroom gravy with bread sauce?
It's quite dark. I think it could probably do with a bit of green. It could do something, whether it just be a huge plush of watercress, just to give it a bit of a lift up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The thing that you have to get right doing something like this is your bird has to be cooked properly. It needs to be seasoned well. And it is. I like the flavour of the mushroom sauce. I like the flavour of the bird. I think your bread sauce could be a bit more punchy, but good, well-cooked grouse.
Thank you.
Nice sauce, nicely cooked.
Yeah, thank you.
Very well cooked. Not easy, lots of components to bring together. I think you've done okay.
Thank you.
I think you've done okay.
She's finished her menu with a simple yet classic fresh fig tart with cream.
Good fig tart. It's good. Very good. Sweet, sticky. Does it need something wet to get rid of all that sticky? Yeah, that's what you need. Loads of it. I'll tell you what, I'll pour it in a puddle here, look. That's what you want. Nice tart.
And I think all your food is really, really rich. For somebody who's walked out of an amateur kitchen and produces food like this, you're very good. Really well done.
They feel that it's quite rich and quite heavy, but that's the kind of food I love to eat. I love to get a rich sauce and something really strong and get my teeth into it.
For his starter, Paul's made a simple Mediterranean vegetable stack.
So, what we've got here is we've got a stack of aubergine, mozzarella and tomato with basil.
Basil, I just think these flavours marry together.
The flavours are there. It's seasoned really well. It tastes what it should taste like. I'm sort of surprised that you've decided to do this, considering you got through on the strength of your urban chic.
There are many sort of different areas of cooking that I'm competent with.
Okay.
I loved the stuff you did before.
Yeah.
Because it was so you and no one else. The problem is that there's nothing of you in here, and it's not actually showing much skill.
I'm disappointed to hear that, purely for the fact that it was a major decision to go this route for me.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know why you've done it.
Paul's starter hasn't done well. Can his sirloin steak with a truffle mushroom dressing on a bed of potatoes get him back on track?
I like you a lot, right? I'm just going to give you a little hint. There's no need to decorate your plate. You're a bloke. Do you know what I mean?
I'm with John and putting crisscross patterns across the plate with the beans is... You don't want to.
I think it's a nicely cooked piece of steak. It looks good. French beans, potatoes, steak, mushrooms, truffles. You've done what you've done. It's tasty. It's good, Paul.
Let's have a go. Where now is our sauce?
Our sauce seems to have absorbed into the potato.
Not bad.
Paul's pudding is a fig tart with a raspberry coulis and passion fruit.
Your fig tart is quite sweet with the sugar. Your sauces of the raspberry and the passion fruit together have wiped out all the flavour of the figs completely.
Really?
Yeah. And then you've got cream on top.
John's absolutely right. And you've made this so garish.
Yeah.
And you've definitely overdone it with your mix of fruits. Oh, no, it just goes off in every direction. And it's a shame because it's a really nice tart.
Yeah.
See, it's a shame because the stuff you did with that curry really excited me.
Possibly overdone it with the dessert. I know I did. I changed my mind so many times. I changed my mind so many times and ended up using free fruits.
Peter's first course is mackerel fillet served with an onion marmalade.
This is actually a really very good-looking dish. I think the plate's probably a bit too big for it, but I like the idea of it. I think your marmalade's very sweet.
I'm not even sure that onion marmalade is going to match the fish. Oh, no, it works. You get that sweetness, that tang of that onion marmalade, and it cuts through that oily fish.
Yes.
But you're not left with the marmalade. You're left with the fish, which is good.
Peter's first dish has gone down well. To follow, he's made roasted grouse on a liver pate crouton with game chips and a watercress salad.
Where's your sauce, Peter?
The sauce was just a touch of a disaster this afternoon. It was far too vinegary, so I wouldn't dare serve it.
It's such a shame, because this crouton, soaking up a good jus now, would have just been heaven.
What you've done is you've made a crouton, then cooked those livers and made basically a chopped pate.
Correct.
Great way of using it all. The liver on your crouton makes the dish. It really holds it together and it makes it something so much extra special.
Peter's liver pate has really impressed, but a lack of any sauce may count against him. Perhaps his pudding, gooey chocolate cake with green gage compote, can make up for his mistake.
Now, this is sunken.
But I don't think you're going to find much soft in there now.
No. That's a lovely combination.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lovely combination.
Interesting.
We've had two quite fundamental schoolboy mistakes with 3 courses.
Yes.
We've got no sauce with our bird, and we have no soft centre with our chocolate pud.
Correct.
I'm a little disappointed. Obviously, my sauce didn't work, so now I have to hope very, very much that that's not going to work too much against me.
You've worked very, very hard indeed today because a lot's at stake. One of you is going to be a semi-finalist, and that's worth working hard for. So, get yourselves a cup of tea, take a break, relax, we're going to make a decision, and we'll call you back when we're ready.
Off you go.
Gosh,
Bella's got it.
The tasting is over, and the judges have a tough decision to make. Which of the 3 has what it takes to become only one of 6 MasterChef semi-finalists?
I'm not sure what's happened to Paul. I definitely didn't get the cook I saw in the early rounds. He was imaginative and brave.
You know, you're talking about a fillet steak with truffles, mushrooms and dauphinoise potatoes, and it's got to be cooked really, really well. And it was okay. It was okay.
Possibly should have stuck with the fusion food. I think I could have won them over with that. I was really scared of possibly thinking that that was all I could do.
He won't be able to compete with the other contestants that he's going to meet along the way now.
He can't go with us on this journey, MasterChef, can he?
It comes down to this, Gillian and Peter. Peter, piece of fish,
Onion marmalade.
and he's done that 1,000 times over. Walk in the park with him. Then we move on to a very well cooked grouse, done it 1,000 times, and got it wrong here.
The red wine reduction went sour, and that's something that just can happen to any chef any time. My problem is that I didn't realise it soon enough to take alternative measures.
You know, the grouse didn't have the sauce, but it had the saving grace of the liver on that croûte, which was absolutely delicious. The guy has got some talent. He knows what he's doing.
Peter is at the end of his culinary journey, where if you take a bright woman like Gillian, with that level of cooking skill at her age, what might she become?
I think what I produced in there today was good enough. I really do. And I hope they can see the potential in me. Obviously, I've got a lot to learn, but I hope they can see that potential.
I think today she pushed too hard. The garlic soup I thought was delicious, very, very rich indeed. All her food was very, very rich indeed. But as much as I like the girl, as much as I think she's very, very strong, I put her food in my mouth and it doesn't make me smile.
Hang on a minute. She wasn't that far behind him, and he must have 20 years cooking experience on that girl.
There's no way in the world that those plates of food that came out of Gillian surpassed what Peter cooked.
Who is going to get the most from this? Who is going to learn more?
Who will be the first MasterChef semi-finalist?
Thank you, the three of you, for working so hard today. Really tough day. And the reason a day like today is so tough is because we really do want a MasterChef.
One winner, one semi-finalist, and our winner. Peter.
Oh, you did so well.
Well done, man.
Well done, mate.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well done.
I've given it everything I've got. It wasn't up to the grade, you know. These guys are looking for someone, you know, very special, and I just didn't quite cut it today.
Well, obviously I'm disappointed for myself because I didn't get through. I'm sad that I'm not going to get that opportunity, but it's been a fantastic experience.
Looking at the young talent around me, I didn't expect to make it today. I just don't know what to say. I'm speechless. It's just wonderful. Your husband became semi-finalist in MasterChef. Wow. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Peter's made it to the semi-final. We'll be back with 6 new contestants battling it out for the title of MasterChef.
I don't know what to say to you because it looks like food from a calf.
Tell me, this was a courgette once.
There's enough flavouring there to feed the red army.
Last time I had a kidney, I was 6 years old, and I didn't enjoy it at all.